Marvelous, Bartleby, marvelous. The polished windows shine with the moonlight. You can see the entire Waldron Forest from here. Brilliant. You've never failed in all the years I've had you. Good work. I heard a door open behind me. Has our guest arisen from her slumber? Good evening, little one. What brings you out of bed so early in the night? You have gotten used to sleeping during the day? I never would have thought in this one short week you would attune to the ways of vampire sleep. I'm happy to have you, though. Come, take a look at the windows. Bartleby has polished them. You can see the entire forest from here, and the mountains and beyond. Isn't it beautiful? Tell me, are you hungry? Do you need a drink? How is your strength? You would like a drink? Of course. Bartleby, fetch the lady a drink from the cellar, and myself as well. Now then, little one, how do you fancy a walk out into the garden? The night air is cool, but it should be bearable for a human. Of course. And if it gets too cold, you may retreat under my cloak for warmth. Follow me. Little one, I would like you to meet my family. My mother, Nemira von Barov, and my father, Duncan von Barov. These are their tombstones. Their ashes are buried here, what few of them I could recover after they were slain. I arranged the finest spot of the garden for them. Mother? Father? Good evening. This is my guest. She's been keeping me company for the past few days. If they were to meet you now, I'm sure they would be, concerned that I am hosting a human here, but I suspect they would warm up to you over time. Yes. I take good care of it. I clean it as often as I can. Make sure the flowers are always fresh. The third tombstone. Oh, you saw it. I had not expected you to notice it. That is a grim tale. Please sit down. This tombstone belongs to Azrian Nightshade, a woman I once loved. As you can see, the tombstone has been desecrated. Azrian sold out my family. She wanted our castle and bartered with the vampire hunters. They would kill the Van Barra family, and Clan Nightshade would take over. But Azrian miscalculated, because I survived. Azrian's body is buried down there. Not her ashes, her body. Despite what happened, I couldn't bring myself to grant Azrian eternal death. So I did the next worst fate, for taking my family from me, because those who would harm the people I love will suffer. That is my solemn vow to the world. If those bandits return, or if the vampire hunters come and try to take you, unless you went running into their arms, I would make them suffer if they ever hurt you. My apologies, that was ungentlemanlike. I'm sorry. Several feelings I haven't quite laid to rest. The feeling of betrayal, it It never left me. The sting the moment I found out Azrine's true intentions. And, well, that's my constant reminder. 2 graves. In a lovely part of the garden. Oh, here. Bartleby's arrived. Would you like a drink now? There you are. Oh, Bartleby knows where I am at all times. We share a special connection linked with blood magic. I can send him anywhere in the castle, and he can locate me if I want him to. Now then. The moon is lovely, isn't it? I had always heard that the moon was a reflection of sunlight in some kind of way, and yet despite that it's not powerful enough to burn vampires. Praise the night for that. Otherwise I'd have to spend my entire life cooped up within the walls. It's bad enough to have to do that halfway through a daylight cycle. You humans. I would give up my immortality if it meant being able to walk in the sunlight. You are lucky. Immortality's... I'm sure it's fascinating to those who do not possess it. It has its upsides. It does have its downsides as well. I don't know if being unable to walk in the day is worth the trade. Although the speed and heightened senses, I suppose, do seem enticing to those who do not have it. Oh, I almost forgot. Your condition. How has your condition been? Have you experienced any ragged coughing? Here and there? And how does your head feel? Does your vision falter ever? Do you have trouble balancing when you exert yourself? I see. In that case, there is something I would like to do. With your consent, of course. I would like to take a sample of your blood. There is much I can tell about a living creature from their blood, such as any conditions they may be afflicted with, or other things. I could learn more about the blight that ails you if I were to have a taste. But only if you are willing to allow me to have a drink. It would not put you in any danger, but I understand if it is a little frightening. You think you are ready? Thank you. I will confess this is a price I was going to negotiate for the act of caring for you over the last week, but being able to learn of your condition was a large part of it as well. You have my thanks. In that case, Bartleby, if you would be so... What are you doing? Oh, are you offering me your neck? Put your collar back up. I wouldn't dare drink from my guest out in the cold. We will do it in your room, where you may be comfortable. I do not want this experience to be difficult for you. In fact, some humans enjoy the act of being fed on. You may find it enjoyable. Bartleby, prepare the room. You would like to do it in my quarters? Hold on, Bartleby. What brought this on? Well, I suppose I can't see the harm in it. After all, you haven't seen my resting place, have you? Come with me, then. Here we are. It is quite dark, as you can see. Or can't see, I suppose. One moment. Igni. There. The drapes keep the sunlight out and allow me to comfortably sleep in my coffin. Yes. This is my coffin. Crafted out of polished obsidian marble. Very rare. Rest assured, the inside is comfortably adorned with velvet cushions. I would get such a horrible back cramp from laying in this old stone without proper cushioning. Yes, I have been told that that's what our ancestors used to do. I do not envy the back pain they must have endured. Anyway. Now then. Are you ready, my dear? Ease yourself onto your back. Here. Allow me to help you. There. Comfortable enough to die in, is it not? No human has ever had the pleasure of getting to rest in my coffin. You are a special exception. I will hang up my cloak for this. I don't want it getting in the way. Now, I will climb atop you. How do you feel? Are you nervous? It's all right. It's all right. You are all right. If you are frightened, you may back out if you wish. Will it hurt? Only if you want it to. My fangs have a special venom on them. If I bite into you gently and softly, it will act fast enough to neutralize any pain. It will only hurt if I do it very quickly. You won't get dizzy or lightheaded as long as I don't drink too deeply. In fact, you will likely feel blissful. The act of feeding doesn't have to be painful. It can be very enjoyable and intimate. It only becomes torture if the vampire means for it to be. Or if the human fights back. My dear, do you trust me? Then please, release any tension you have in your body. This will not hurt, I swear it. Would you prefer I feed from your neck or your shoulder? Very well. Then turn to the side. I can taste so much in your blood. Bliss, blight, and something else. Oh my. This is a strange part of the feeding I just remembered I must do to keep you safe. If I don't lick your wound, it will continue to bleed and possibly get infected. Hold still once again. There. Yes, my apologies. I haven't had a human willingly offer me blood in years. The last time was the writer, and after that, nothing but bandits, animals, vampire hunters. I forgot licking was a process of keeping you safe. But yes, for lack of a better word, vampire licks suppress minor bite wounds from bleeding. At any rate, how do you feel? Did it hurt? No? You found it strangely peaceful. Yes, it certainly can be. The bite is an intimate thing. Depending on the mood of the host, it can also affect the mood of the victim, making them feel peace or fear. and sometimes even arousal. It's not as horrid as humans believe it to be. At least, not if done correctly. At any rate, thank you. I feel very good, satiated, and I can taste many things in your blood. Some things I was not expecting. Pleasant surprises. But I must consult the tome on old blights once again and see what all of this means. I will let you know the moment I discover anything. You may rest in here if you wish. Just do not close the lid to the coffin. You may not be able to open it again. But the castle is yours to roam, as always, my dear. If you need me, I shall be in the library. Good evening.